So today we are talking to two young volunteers from St. John Ambulance. We'll let them tell us a bit about themselves and what they do here at St. John. So let's start with you, Joanne. Tell us your name, what you do at St. John, how long you've been here as a volunteer, and so on.
My name is John. I'm a volunteer with St. John for 5 years. I've been an EMT for 1 year as a volunteer.
What does EMT mean?
Oh, emergency medical technician.
What does that mean?
Okay. I take before someone is rushed to the hospital. We are at the scene of let's say an accident has occurred. We are there at the first people to attend at the people there, the casualties there. So we take them, attend to them before they reach the hospitals.
So an EMT is like a paramedic?
Yeah, an EMT is like a paramedic.
Okay, alright. We'll come back to you in a moment.
I go by the name Keter, Elizabeth Chelimo, and I joined St. John Ambulance in 2008, January. And since then, it's been an amazing experience, just being able to volunteer as a first aider. And through just joining St. John and being a volunteer and a first aider, able to get an opportunity to do an emergency medical technician course. And we're both in the field where we do pre-hospital care, just as she has explained. St. John Ambulance, it's a uniformed institution, kind of paramilitary kind of state, and hence we do a lot of disciplinary.
It's okay, go ahead.
Okay, it's a disciplined institution because we follow the paramilitary kind of guidelines, and therefore we are trained in drill, we are trained in first aid, and we're equipped in other courses that can help us as volunteers to be able to help the community and even at home.
Okay, we'll come back to those other courses later, but tell me, why did you join St. John?
In high school, I didn't get an opportunity to be a first aider, but I've always had the passion to help people, especially the first incidents, when they're injured, when they have an accident, or when they have a medical condition that has attacked them, just in the first time. And I didn't get an opportunity to be a cadet in high school. So when I finished, I heard about St. John, and I thought it should be a good opportunity to just be first trained and then be able to accomplish what my passion has always been. And therefore, that is why I joined St. John Ambulance.
And you, John?
I'm St. John, and like Keter, I got the opportunity to be a cadet when I was in high school.
What does that mean, cadet?
Cadet is okay, being in a club, St. John club, but in a high school still.
Oh, okay.
So you get to get trained in first aid, different courses also in high school. So that's where I got my passion from, and up to now I'm still in St. John as an adult member.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why in high school? Why did you join? Just because it was a good club?
It was my passion to join St. John Ambulance ever since, because I think I saw the manual, the first aid manual in our house. I don't know whom it belonged to, but I read it a little bit, but then it was fun reading it because it had a little bit of biology. I loved biology. So it helped me a lot. Yeah, I loved biology.
That's interesting.
So yeah, that's why I got to join when I was in high school.
Essentially, you guys are trained in first aid, and so your primary responsibility is to sort of like respond to medical emergencies.
Yeah.
If you could just take a minute or so and tell us about an experience you personally have had, something that you've responded to as a first aider, that is.
Okay, as a first aider, I've attended many. And as an EMT, the one which I've attended which had a disaster, it was disastrous to me. It was a stampede at Nyayo Stadium. That day it was hectic, and everyone was everywhere. So you didn't know whom to talk to, who was as in people are being dropped into the ambulance like pap. No one cared if he's injured or not, if he's dead or not. So that time it was very hectic, and the crowd also was demanding, and they didn't want to know. So if you didn't want out, they could even hit you or something.
Were you able to actually give care to somebody at that incident?
I gave care to several people, not even one person. I gave care to several people, and on transit to the hospital also. I managed to take to manage a few fractures here and there.
Okay. Kita?
Okay, St. John has given us a lot of opportunities in events, to cover events and perform first aid. But the specific one I'll remember, which was not an event, we had come from a meeting. It was on a Sunday afternoon, and there are some street kids that brought their friend in a cart. Let me say it now, language that everyone will understand. Some chokoras had brought their friend in a kokoteni, and that said they had pulled the cart, the kokoteni from Jogo Road, and they had come running. The friend was really injured. He was gagging. He had blood, so he couldn't breathe, and he had been robbed. It was a very the scene was obscene. and therefore because we were the volunteers that we actually John and a friend, so because we were the volunteers that were still at the base at that time, it was really it was late evenings. We were able to perform first aid on the street kid right on the spot. We got him off the cart. We did the whole first aid experience on him, and then we accompanied the EMT and the driver and took the boy to Kenyatta, where the doctors allowed us in the room, acute room, and we were able to help the doctors do sanction, intubation, put a line on him, and it was more than just an experience for first aid. We were exposed to how the hospital works, and I'm sure that's where both of us got the passion to just do EMT at that time.
And to continue to do more.
It was really interesting. We were able to perform our first aid from the basic ABC, where we could check the airway, check for breathing, check for circulation, and just maybe cover for shock and lift his head up, to an experience of the whole adrenaline of transporting him to hospital, in the ambulance, now to get in the acute room, helping the doctors. It was an amazing experience. I think that was my highlight being a volunteer.
So what you're telling me is that first aid can actually be fun.
It's fun. A lot of fun.
It's very fun.
Being able to be the first person to help someone in a situation where we need to death.
You talked about learning a bit more than first aid. As we finish, what other things have you been able to learn and pick up from being a youth volunteer at St. John?
Radio communication. We've done radio communication, so even the Karaos can't sengenya us and they're talking through the Obama. We've also had several activities whereby you get to go somewhere with some other friends of ours who are also volunteers from St. John. You go to camps, you are trained there on camp crafting.
We've been able to go through leadership courses through the division and others organized by the division. Also as volunteers, we've been able to do caring for the sick course, which just takes us through how do you deal with the elderly, the sickly, and anyone who's been hospitalized but now in your house. And that's the caring for the sick course. We've done ambulance equipment courses, and as she said, telecommunication. All these courses we do as volunteers in the division. And also we've gone through drill courses. Drill apart from giving the marching part, also trains a lot about discipline, and therefore through being able to do drill and also being able to command a parade, we think we've learned a lot, especially in articulation and just confidence.
Being confident in yourself, discipline. Oh, you've also done fire safety. Fire safety,
All right.
Just before
Yes.
you continue,
Yeah.
we were involved in some CS. Okay. Incident Command System course.
Oh, okay.
Incident Command System course
What's that
helps
about?
us as volunteers to be able to manage any disaster.
Ah, okay.
It was a 6-day course for two separate courses, Incident Command System 1 and 2. And the course, I can say, was really demanding, but we learned a lot concerning disaster management. And I think for all the courses we have done, that encompassed everything, and it was amazing. It was a good opportunity for us as volunteers.
Young people today have a lot of things to do. Where do you find the time to volunteer?
Okay, you can't be busy all throughout the day.
Yeah.
So when you're not busy, instead of watching movies every now and then or going out every now and then, like just take a little bit of your time, an hour or so. Just come to St. John, volunteer kidogo, and then you can go back to your
whatever
normal
you're doing.
business. Yeah.
Okay.
Some get out of school.
Yeah.
We still come.
Yeah, from our volunteer base, the pool has a lot of people from the university, high school, and also those who are working. I work, but I have dedicated all my Wednesday evenings to just come to St. John and learn, and all the weekends to be able to be involved in volunteer activities, which include covering events and even community service. Like this Saturday we're going for community service to plant trees, KWS. And I can just say, if you have a passion in something, I'm sure you can get time to just come in and be the best you can. Help out, and you don't have to be. You don't have to get something out of it monetary, but we get a lot of it that has built us to who we are today.
At least by the end of the day, you feel like you saved someone's life, and I'm very happy of it. Maybe God will reward me by the end of the day.
Okay. Thank you.
It's an amazing experience.
Thank you. Thank you.